AIDS Day to talk about HIV and AIDS. And why to feel ashamed about talking about it when it has become an epidemic and it has become a threat to our society. Good evening, presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, HIV and AIDS, these are two different things, and it has become an epidemic, creating threat to our lovely society. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. It's a unique kind of virus which enters into the body of patients, destroying CD cells of the patient. It is preventable, manageable, but it's not curable. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, when a patient is HIV infected, the person, after a certain number of years, the immune system gets weak, and the patient moves from HIV status to the AIDS status, leading death of that patient. It has a huge impact, and we have so many projects going on across the world. Clinton Global Initiative on HIV. In our country itself, we have so many INGOs and NGOs working on it, right? So it has a huge impact, and almost 33.2 million people across the world is living with HIV and AIDS. The subcontinent that we are living in, which is South Asia, the figure is about 4 million, comprising Southeast Asia and South Asia. So it's a huge threat to our universe, to our continent, and for that matter, to our own country. Moving on, it has a huge implications. It has destroyed many homes, many families. It has created many children orphan. It has made many houses abandoned, and every day people are getting infected. The number is rising from 5,700, and that's every time it's increasing. Future prediction is very dangerous and disastrous. By the rate by which the HIV and AIDS is increasing, you might see people or small children taking care of their own siblings. You might see people living with HIV and AIDS between the age 10 to 14. And the funny part is, or the interesting part is, 75 to 90% of the HIV infected person do not know that they are HIV infected. The only way to know whether you are HIV infected or not is to test your status. Moving on, what are the modes of HIV and AIDS transmission? One, that's blood. It gets transferred through blood, semen, vaginal fluids, and breast milk. It also gets transferred through intravenous drug abuse. Like in our society, we see so many drug addicts, and they use or they share syringe because they can't even afford their own dose. How could they afford a new syringe? So because of the sharing of syringe, it gets transferred. The other is unsterilized blades. It is believed that, or it is said that, because due to unsterilized blades also, it gets transmitted. it gets transmitted through unprotected sex, be it oral or anal. It gets transferred from mother to baby during, if a mother is infected with HIV, the virus may infect the children, or during birth and before birth. There are so many myths about HIV and AIDS. If I shake hand with those people who is infected with HIV or AIDS, it will get transferred to me. If I eat together with those persons, I might get infected with. If I hug HIV infected person, it might get transferred to me. But for the benefit of all of us, let me tell you that it doesn't get transmitted just because of shaking hand or hugging, for that matter, even kissing. What could be the primary prevention? It is said to be, there is a golden rule of prevention. First, absenteeism, avoid having sex. If you can't, be faithful to your partner, stick to one partner, and always use condoms if you have to. Moving on, what should be our behavior to those people who is living with HIV and AIDS? The simple answer to the question is the way we want to be treated if we were infected with HIV and AIDS. At last, let's make the world a better place to live in by making the world with zero fear, zero discriminations, zero stigma, and zero death because of HIV and AIDS. Over to you, Toastmaster.